Okay, Mr. Marshall, this is video number 6 maybe, and this video is in preparation for our trip to Niagara Falls. When we were hanging out a couple weeks ago, you talked about your online poker experience so far, and the way you described it was sort of still the opposite of most of the things we've been talking about. You were talking about sort of trying to get in for cheap and just trying to hit the flop. And so what that indicates to me is a loose style of play by just trying to get into lots of hands for cheap, and also a passive style of play, which is, again, trying to hit the flop in order to win money, which is not really what we've been talking about. So this is also kind of fun for me and challenging. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to play as many tables as I can, the low stakes. You can see we're on PokerStars. I have $77.99 to start. And I'm just going to go through and go on 1, 2, 3, probably 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll try and get to 8 or 10 tables, and I'm going to stack them. That means the tables will pop up as I play, but I won't be able to see what happens. So I'm going to raise, and then it's just going to immediately go to the next table. Because what I want to show you about this is that if you find yourself, especially online, like you're folding and then you're just bored and you're waiting for the next hand to come out, once you get comfortable enough to making decisions relatively quickly, you can play a second table, which should allow you to still play fairly tight because you won't have that bored feeling. Eventually, maybe you'll play a third table. So if you're playing 3 tables at once, then chances are, even if you're folding 90% of your hands, you're still going to get a playable hand, once every minute or two. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get things rolling, and then we'll do some talking about the pokers. Okay, hopefully this is recording again, and I'm just double checking to make sure that this is recording. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm playing at a couple of tables. What I'm doing is I'm going up here and clicking stack tables. That just means every table is going to go on top of the table underneath. I'm currently sitting at 4 tables, and right away we have a playable hand. And then I'll just build from there. So I 3-bet with ace 10. I flop middle pair, so it's kind of a tricky spot here. You don't have top pair, so I'm just out of position, playing fairly passively. Oh, my last first hand. Only called a 3-bet with queens, which is surprising. So once we get into the flow of things, so again, I'm playing at all different stakes. It's not going to be too much difference between the skill playing of, why doesn't it let me check very easily? Okay. Oh yes, we get another seat. We're gonna buy in. So I just added another table to the mix. So now we're at 5. Things will get going fairly easily and quicker once I've got at enough tables. So you can see as soon as it's my turn on one of my tables, it just pops up at the top. Then it remains there until it's my turn at the next table. So unfortunately we're playing heads up at one of these tables, which is dumb, but what are you gonna do? So we're gonna fold there, fold there. Just trying to figure out. Gotta get to that wait list. So we raise with an ace. Let's do one continuation bet on that hand. half pot, and then give up if he calls. So again, that was aggressive. I'm going to play aggressively. I'm going to play tightly. Lots and lots of folding, lots of folding. And when I'm in pots, I'm going to be raising most of the time. So this is just on the button, three-handed. It's an ace. It's good enough to raise. I'm going to bet once in the flop and try and take it down. Once we're called there, we give up unless we actually improve. So we'll check back that turn. We'll fold to river bet. It's possible we have the best hand there, but he's also super trappy with King 7. Checking the queen deuce suited from the big blind. This is a good raise spot. We're going to raise that. We're going to raise that. We turned a flush draw, which is interesting, but there's 3 opponents, so we're just going to check again. This one we raised, we're just going to bet once, try and take it down, fold that one. We didn't hit our flush, so we'll just check folding there. I'm going to take that next seat, keep the party going. Looks like a 2-cent, 5-cent game. We'll just slide it over here, minimize it, and fold that. So now we're up to, looks like 2, 4, 6 tables, and we're on 2 waiting lists. This one's super short-handed, which is dumb, but what are you going to do? Just going to check this back. Hold to the min bet. Oh, we want that table, that's for sure. Fold that, fold that. So we're up to 8 tables maybe. See, we got. Okay, this we're out of position. We're just going to call with the king, queen, and try and hit. We're going to lead on this one. We flop 2 overcards and a gut shot. We're just going to bet small. It's a rainbow flop, meaning all 3 different suits. We got 2 callers. Just going to bet again small. I'm going to fold that, fold, check that. Check the bottom pair, fold that. So you can see it's already decent amount of action. Okay, we're gonna try and bluff. Might as well go all 3 streets. Hopefully he's got a missed draw of some sort. Again, that river bluff only had to be good about 1 out of 4 times to justify it. Here we're gonna raise with 1 limper. We're on the button and we have a medium ace. Gonna fold the 6 deuce. Again, we're just playing the very basic game, playing tight. So this guy limped and then shoved, so that's usually like kings or aces. So we're just going to fold. The limp shove is sort of a, okay, super fishy. Wow, these guys are both absolute nut bars. Okay, I'm giving guys too much credit at these tables. But yes, oftentimes people that have exactly pocket aces will limp from early position, hoping that someone raises so they can re-raise. We're going to fold this ace 9. We did 3-bet that last hand. I forget what it was, but it was against the button who raised. So the later position your opponent raises from, the less respect you have to give his bet, if that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna fold this one. Oh, we got the jackety jacks, the jiggities. So we're gonna raise against just 1 caller. Go ahead and bet that flop. There's only 1 overcard, it's not too bad. But again, I'm not betting huge bets. I bet maybe a third or 40% of the pot. Just trying to take it down. Fold that. Fold this. This is close. We can complete for 1 big blind. Check that. Check that. Flop nothing. Fold this. We got blind against blind. We're going to 3-bet the aces. Bet your strong hands. We're going to check that one. The guy called our 3-bet and then he just donked full pot. We can raise here. We can call. I like raising. He's likely not going to fold. when he full pots. So I just raised and I'm trying to get all of my money in. I'll fold that. But you can see, I don't know what happened there. Like the hand just disappeared. Raise queen 10. This is kind of close. It could be a fold. Raise those 10s. Fold that one. Raise the 3s. We're going to call here with a minimum raise and one caller. We're going to try and get as many people in the pot as possible. Fold that, fold that, fold that. We didn't hit our 3 of a kind. We're on the button here, so we can call here. Fold that, or check that, sorry. We're just going to give this one up. Here we didn't hit 3 of a kind, which sucks, but we're just going to check and fold here. I like a bet here. It's a really low flop. It's unlikely he connected with that kind of a flop. So we're just going to go ahead and bet once and hope to take it down. Fold that. He did call here. We probably still have the best hand some of the time. Plus we picked up a straight draw. So I'm okay betting again. We're going to fold these 7s. Fold that. Fold that. So I think fold that. We're going to raise this one. So I think this will be enough. Okay, we got 3 bet by the big blind. A little bit more than 3 times. This is a really tricky spot. I'd normally probably fold here. Yeah, I'm going to fold here because players do not 3 bet as much as they do in higher stakes, in lower stakes. So I give it a little bit more respect. We flop top pair, just blind against blind there, so we're just going to bet. Oh, we flop 3 of a kind. We're going to do a big bet. We got called once. The turn is a 10, which is good, but it also puts a flush on board. I'm going to bet again, but we're not loving it if he raises. We'll fold that, fold that, fold that. He just called the turn. I think we can get some value in here. So we're going to bet one more time to fold that. So we're done. We have one more wait list, but we're on 4 1-2 tables, 2 2-5 tables, and 1 5-10 table. So fold that, fold that. I think that's 2, 4, 6, 7 tables with an 8 on the waiting list. We'll fold this. Where there's too many callers, I'm okay checking here. Just trying to hit in the flop. We're in the big blind. If we raise there, we're out of position, then we're making a huge pot out of position. Here I can actually raise this because there's only one limper. And then because we didn't raise before the flop, that's easy to just check fold the ace 10 when we miss the flop. Okay, we turned the nut flush draw, and it's a minimum bet, so I think calling is the only option. Here we got one caller, we're going to bet and try and take it down. And then here, I don't think there's value in betting. Yeah, we're just going to check. Fold, fold, fold. This is a big old raise. Ace king suited, huge. Fold. 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 There's a mid position raise. Fold this because this guy raised, even though we're on the button. If he had a limped in, we probably would have raised that ourselves. Okay, going to raise this. We're the first ones in. We're going to fold this. We're out of position, and there's been a raise. So again, position super important. Being on the button, being next to the button, you can play much more hands. We're on the button. No one's open. We're going to raise that. Same position here. Got 3 bet. I don't know if it's the same guy. We're just going to fold. Here we're going to raise on the button just to isolate against the one limper. We're checking here, free flop. We're going to raise that. We're going to fold that. We're going to check that again. Could be trappy. We're going to continuation bet this. And we're just going to check that. We're going to fold that. We're going to fold that. We got our last table. Juicy. I'm going to go ahead and buy in there. And then we got to do something about this one. We're going to check. Continuation bet, I think, is in line there. And I don't think we can call here. There's 4 hearts on board, and we have like third pair, so that's pretty bad. Fold that, fold that, fold that. We got called here. I think it's a good spot to give up. Check. Or sorry, fold, fold. And we're just going to basically shut it down here. Yeah, you see he's got monster hand. Fold that, fold that, fold that. Fold that. So when you play a bunch of tables, it actually forces you to play a little bit tighter, because if you're playing half your hands and you're playing at a bunch of tables, you're going to get overwhelmed very quickly. So I've just folded every single one of those last bunch of hands. You can see I'm getting a new hand like every 2 seconds, every second, every 3 seconds. So that's cool. I'm going to fold that, fold that. If I don't say anything, just assume I'm folding. How about I only say when I raise? So if I don't say raise, you just know I'm folding. So we're up to 2, 4, 6, 8 tables. This one out of position, it's not a bad spot just to complete. Again, we're in terrible position and there's 4 people, so it's a pretty nice hand. You could possibly flop like a flush draw. That's going to be the nut flush draw. We flopped a top pair with a medium kicker, so we're not loving it. It's kind of a scary turn card because it puts straight cards on there, but it also gives us a gut shot. A 7 gives us a straight, so we're going to bet again. I'm going to fold that. We're going to call here blind against blind. We're in position. We didn't hit anything improve. We got one caller. I'm going to check and call there. I'm going to raise that. We're just going to call here because we're blind against blind. I'm going to raise this one. See, we're getting hairy already. Fold that one. Fold that one. This guy bet again. We turned a gutter. I'm going to call again. I don't see any other play here. We can lead this, just half pot. 2 callers here. It's very coordinated. I'm just giving up on that one. This one I'm going to 3-bet pretty big. Fold. We're going to check back that one. Fold. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to say folding. You know what I mean? Fold. Fold. I think it's good to give up 5, 6, 9 on this board. We don't have any diamonds. You know, it's just an easy spot to check fold, even though we raised before the flop. Fold. 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 So yeah, lots of folding, but lots of action. Ooh. Okay, so we have a limp and then an isolation raise. We have a pretty strong hand. It's probably ahead of his range. So we're going to bump it up. This is kind of close. Ace Jack suited, I think I'd like that more. But that was a very much a position isolation raise. So we're trying to punish that. It's kind of next level here. We're only 3-handed. This is a fine spot to 3-bet or fold. Both are pretty close. Fold, fold, fold. Check that. Got a gutter. Check it. We got a gutter on this one, so we're just going to bet. Fold that. Fold that. We got raised pretty steeply, and we got a terrible gutter, so we're going to let it go. I say terrible because there's 2 hearts on the board, so the one card that would... I'm going to raise that, we're going to fold that, we're going to raise that, fold that, because again, early position, fire on the button. This one we're just going to blast away, bet all 3 streets. With a raise and a call, this is close. I don't want to 3-bet with 2 people, but I also don't want to fold. Here we're going to just bomb away at this. We have 2 overcards plus a flush draw. I'm betting big. I want to get it in. Here we're going to raise against 1 limper. And yeah, that was a tricky spot, this one. We're just going to fold that. We hit the nuts on the turn, so again, bomb again. We're just trying to get all of our chips in with the absolute best hand. Fold, fold. Fold, fold, fold. 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 This is kind of whatever. Complete. I guess it's connected and it's half price. We're gonna fold. That guy just shipped in like 100 big blinds. That's a good sign. I'm gonna check that one. Check and fold. Fold. Check and fold again. Fold. 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 Oh, check, I guess. Fold. We flopped an open ender, but it's an ignorant open ender because there's two clubs on board. Check that. This is close. We'll just complete. We'll play a little bit more passively. Fold, fold. Flop middle pair. It's awkward. 2 hearts. We're going to check and see what happens. Here we're just going to give it up. We really only a 4 would be good for us. That's not a club, so there's not enough outs there. We're going to check this. No one bet this flop, so we're just going to donk into it on the turn with a second pair. Fold that. I'm going to raise that one. So we're in late position and no one's in the pot yet. Fold that, fold that. Fold this. Gonna raise that one. Early position raise. This is close. King, queen off. I don't really want to just call. There's 2 in here behind. We're just gonna let it go. This one, we're gonna smack 1 bet at it. See what happens. Raise that. On the button. Take down the blinds. Fold that. Fold that. Fold that. Fold that. Fold that. So again, we're just patient. I'm gonna fold that. So you can say I'm maybe playing like 15 to 20% of my hands. With the early position raiser plus 1 caller, if this were suited, I might call. I'm just going to let it go. Fold, fold, fold. Weak aces like ace 2 to ace 8, ace 9 even, they can get you in a lot of trouble because you hit a top pair and you don't know if it's good or not. Here we're going to just call. We're going to really try and hit a set here, 3 of a kind. We're going to try and entice more people to come in. We want to see 4 or 5 people seeing a flop. We only got 2 opponents. Raise this one, ace 10. This is okay to 3-bet. It's okay to call as well. Probably 3-betting is better, so I will. This is just a pure bluff. Don't ask me about this one. It just feels right. This one I have no idea. I don't remember what happened. This one that guy called, so we're going to bet once. And then we're going to just fold if he does anything but fold. Okay, he called, so we're done. Okay, we did turn a pair. It kind of improves our hand, but he likely has a queen already, maybe even a weak queen king, so we're just going to check it back. This one we got raised and called, so we are getting the fuck out of dodge. This is close. We're just heads up. We're going to call here. Fold that. Check that. No idea. We're just going to check. Assume he's got a queen. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to probably check raise. Check that. Middle pair with a bunch of opponents. Just 1 bet. I think a raise is fine here. Just to protect. See what happens. Check that. Fold that. Definitely fold that. Check that. Fold that. Maybe take a stab at this one with the deuce. You never know. I mean, we turned a pair. He checked back the flop. We took it down 13 cents. Fold this. Fold this. Fold this. Fold this. Button raise. Once in a while, 3-bet just a weak ace, just so that the button doesn't steal all day. But we're going to fold it because we're playing tight. And we're going to raise that one because we are on the button. This one we can complete. It's an unraised pot. This is a bit sneaky with 2 limpers and then a raise and a call. I like this call because there's going to be so many people seeing the flop. We're going to check that. We're going to check that. We're going to continuation bet this. We raised before the flop. We're going to bet once. There's interesting. We flopped a gutter. 6 gives us a straight backdoor flush draw. This one's garbage. This guy called our bet on the flop, so we're giving up. We did river an ace. It's kind of a weaker ace. This is just garbage. He did check, so we can value bet, I think. 76 cents. This is a snap fold because this guy bet like 5 times the pot. So that's ridiculous. We're going to raise this one. We're going to fold this one. We're going to fold this one. See, we got a little bit behind there because I was talking too much. But it just goes into the time bank, so it's really not a big deal. Fold this because there's only 1 limper. Raise the ace king. This is a fold early position. I'd raise with it in late position. Fold this, fold this. We got 3-bet here, so we want to get our stacks in. You know, we want to get our stacks in. So we're going to do a big 4-bet. Just try and get our stack in with ace king suited. It's a monster hand. And we're happy to get our stacks in. And he's got ace queen. We haven't dominated. So we got like 70% equity there. That's huge. Huge. Ace queen, trash hand. Again, a limp and a whatever, so we're just gonna let it go. Gonna let this go. Gonna let this go. Gonna 3-bet with the tens. So 3 times the opening raise. Fold that. Certainly. Oh, I don't know what I did there. I meant to 3-bet. I think I folded by accident. Sometimes you can misclick. Probably once every half hour or so I misclick. This is a terrible flop, but we did 3-bet. And so we are going to continuation bet. Because it's not about the board. It's about us having a betting lead. We're going to fold this. It's close. It's a button raise. We can 3-bet sometimes. Never just call. Always 3-bet or fold. 3-bet means re-raise, right? You know that. This is close. It's a 4x. It's a bigger raise than normal. I'm just going to call there. I'm going to fold that, raise that, fold that, fold that, fold that, check that, fold that. There's a bunch in a row we had to do. Okay, we didn't flop a set, but it's a good board for us. Only one overcard. We're going to start with a check and see what happens. We're going to raise king 6 late position. We're obviously getting out of this one with massive overbets with 9 high. He checked back. It's sort of a scary card for him if he has a hand similar to mine, so we're going to bet once. I don't know what we did here. Oh, we did raise. We got one caller. Oh, we're just going to continuation bet. We're going to raise that. He did call here. We're going to check that. He could have a flush draw that missed. This guy called. He seems sticky. We're giving up. Raise the 10-jack suited just because it's my favorite hand. It's okay to have one favorite hand, right? As long as it's not a garbagey hand. So this we're just giving up on. We tried. This guy just limped, so we're going to punish him. Fold this. Fold this. Fold this. This guy donk leads half pot into us. I don't know. I don't want to play all fancy. I could probably call here and turn it into a bluff because I don't think he's strong. But for this video, we're just going to fold, fold, fold. We did raise this one pre-flop. We're 3/10 of the way to a royal flush. So we're just going to bet once and then give up. There are 2 opponents, so a check fold there is totally fine as well. We did get a caller. Now we're giving up. This is tricky. There's one limp. This guy seems so shitty. He's just never going to fold. We're just folding, folding, folding. This is close. 10-jack offsuit, whatever. We'll raise with it. Okay, we got this guy to call. He's never folding. It's not a good flop for us. We have bottom pair, but it's so coordinated and high. We don't love it. Fold, fold, fold. But we still bet. I say all that, and then we still bet because he might hate it too. Maybe he's got pocket fours. Fold, fold. This one I'd like to bomb it. Let's go up to like $1.10. We're out of position, so I got to bet big. I don't mind taking it down. We're probably ahead of both of those players right now, but being out of position sucks. Fold, fold, fold. Complete is okay here from the small blind. Check from there, fold that. Flop a flush draw with 3 opponents. We can start with a check, see what happens. That's a check fold, that's a fold. This is a raise, this is a fold. This is close. We're in earlier position, so we're going to fold it. Later position, we can raise it. One continuation bet here, like usual. Everyone checked, so we're just going to check again. Hope to get to the river. This is close. Late position again. We're going to raise it. Going to fold it now. We missed our flush, but we got there for free, so no problem. Just let it go. Fold that, fold that, fold that, fold that. Excuse me, I burped. Raise the deuces. We're the first one in. Heck yeah. King 9, let it go. Ace 8 with 1 limper. This is close. We'll go ahead and raise it up. Raise that. Continuation bet with our 2s. I 3-bet this, I think. So I got to fire once, right? Raise that. Fold that. We got called, so we're basically giving up, but we do have a diamond. He might just be on a flush draw, but he also might have a pair. Fold, fold, raise, fold. We got raised on this ridiculous board, so we're giving up. Oh, this is a good hand. We flop top pair and an open ender, so we want to smash the raise button. Got 3-bet here, so we can let it go. Raise this, it's suited. That's weird. We rivered three of a kind, so we're just gonna call. I have no idea. Three bet. Oh, it's getting sneaky. Three bet big. Call. No continuation bet that one. Raise that. Raise that. We got callers here. Just gonna blast it again. Half pot. Raise that. Ah, shit. This is terrible. We're just gonna get it all in, even though we're not happy about it. They could have big aces. I don't know about that one. Fold that. Continuation bet that one. Hit a set here. Monster bet on the flop. Bet once here. Just try and take it down. Fold. No idea here. I forget. There's too much action going on. We're going to give that one up. Fold that one. So even for me, it can get a little bit hairy. Still giving up on that one. Giving up on that one. Giving up on that one. This is monstrous. We want to get this guy's whole stack. So we're going to do a massive raise about here. $4. I mean, we're not always good with three of a kind, but we are a lot of the time. Just going to fold that just because there's too much action happening. Sometimes if the games go too bananas, you can get a little bit even tighter. Just fold that. Just for a few hands until things settle down a bit. Fold that. I wanted to bet that flop. I'm just going to bet a little bit on the turn because he checked back the flop. Fold that, or check that, sorry. It's a bad river card. We're almost, well, I wouldn't say almost never good. If he bets, we're almost never good. Oh, this is a bummer because he probably has three of a kind, but I'll talk more about that hand. The pot odds are ridiculous because it's calling 5 to win almost 20, but I just don't think we're good very often here. I'm going to check raise this one. Fold that, fold that. He bets full pot, so we're going to smash it. Oh, he doesn't have many chips left, so we're just going to get it in. We had a pair plus a flush draw. Raise that. Fold that. Yeah, so that one hand was when we flopped 3 5s. We only had $5 left, and the pot was 16, I think. Plus he bet, raise that. This guy donk bets into us. We're just going to call with a backdoor nut flush draw plus overcards and a lot of other potential good things. Got tiny 3-bet here. We're just going to call. Just going to try and hit a pair there. This guy bets again. I mean, it's close. If we had a gut shot, I'd probably call again. We'll just let it go. Fold, 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 raise. Fold, fold, raise. Continuation bet once against 2 opponents. Continuation bet once against 1 opponent. Fold. This is close. We can 3-bet this. We can call. Let's 3-bet. Raise that. Fold that. We got called, and we actually hit top pair, so this is good heads up. We're going to bet once. We're going to continuation bet this once. I'm going to check this. I'm going to check and fold here because he called once. I'm going to raise our jacks. We're going to 3-bet our ace king. Fold this, and I think we're just giving up here. I don't see much value in anything else. Flopping bottom pair with no kicker is a fold. Check that. We hate the ace, but we're going to bet still. Check that. Oh, we flop top pair, so we're going to bet big. Flop top pair. It's a coordinated board, so we're going to bet big. Check that. Flopped an open ender, so we're going to bet half pot. Fold that. Got called, and we hate that turn card, so we're going to check and fold. Raise that on the button. Raise that on the button. Fold that. Getting rid of this table, it's heads up, is stupid. It's distracting me. We're going to let this go. We even with top pair because there's 4 diamonds on board. We raise this for the flop. We got a gutter. A 9 gives us a straight. We're going to bet again. Fold that. Raise that. Check or fold that. Sorry. Fold that. Min raised. We can 3-bet this. We can also just call. Like both are fine. I kind of like 3-betting small. Continuation bet this once and then give up. This guy called our 3-bet, and we're going to bet once. Queen gives us the flush, or the straight, sorry. And here we're just going to give up. That guy must have hit us 3 of a kind. Oh, he hit the binker bonker on the turn. So we're gonna bet like full pot. Raise this. I'm gonna check this just because we're in the big blind. We're giving that one up. Fold. We flopped a gutter plus 2 overcards. We're gonna try and check raise this. I think. Fold, fold. I don't know about this one. Oh, we're getting all this guy's stack. No problem. It's funny, we're doing well on that tiny buy-in tables and probably not as good. So it's a check raise. We turned a gutter, so plus 2 overcards. It's an okay card to bet. I'm gonna raise that one. I'm gonna fold that one. Still nothing changed here. I'm gonna check that, and I have no idea here. I mean, we have to bet to win. I don't think we can bluff them out of the water, but we're gonna try once. Fold. Stupid fold. Fold. Okay, we hit top pair here. Blast away. Let me check that one. Fold that one. I think my brain's starting to hurt. How long have we been doing this? Half an hour. Oh yeah, we got top here. I don't know what we're doing here. We probably should have been betting at some point. Fold, fold. We got some all-ins here. We got top pair. It's a pretty big raise. I mean, I don't know. It's probably a fold, to be honest, at normal tables with that much action, but I'm almost done, so I'm going to gamble. This is just a stupid, the guy checks twice from the small blind. We're just going to bet 2 cents and try and win 4 cents. All right, I think I'm going to raise the jacks, but I'm going to sit out when this orbit goes by. I'm going to fold that. We're going to fold that. And it's a worse flop for jacks, but we're going to bet because we raised before the flop and we continuation bet. And he called, so we're going to give up. Fold those jacks with a queen and a king on the flop. All right, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to click sit out on next big blind just to play all the free hands. And let's see the damage. I feel like I got stuck at least a couple buy-ins in this round. Okay, we're gonna call here. It's the shittiest table. We got deuces. We're gonna try and flop 3 of a kind. We did not, so we're gonna check and fold. Raise this jack 8 suited beside the button. No one's in the pot yet. We're gonna raise this one up with 2 limpers. Probably make it a little bit more. Didn't hit our set here. Gonna fold. We raise this before the flop. We're gonna bet again. We're gonna fold that one. So yes, you can see just generally I'm aggressive. I'm the one raising. I'm the one 3-betting. Most of the time, if I'm in the pot, I'm going to be raising it. And I had lots and lots of action here. Okay, so we raise this. We got one guy donking into us. We're just going to raise it up and try and get his whole stack in with top pair, top kicker. Fold, fold, fold. That'd be a raise if this guy hadn't raised beside me. As soon as he does raise beside me, then I fold. This guy just donks his whole stack in on the turn. We're never folding here with top pair, top kicker. And he's got, I don't even know what he's got, but he's dumb. Raise that, 4-handed, and we're next to the button. Fold that, fold that. My vape battery's getting low. I must have been sucking on it a lot in this session. So you can see the games are slowing down because we're sitting out on a bunch. And yeah, I'm just going to start. We're just giving up with this many. Oh, we finally got it. We're on a wait list. That many opponents, 3 opponents, we're just giving up. Oh, we turned the nut flush draw, which is interesting. If everyone checks here, we're going to bet the turn because any diamond gives us the best flush. I say nut flush draw because even though we have the king, the ace is on the board. So that's good news. So I'm going to start leaving these tables as I'm sitting out. Whoops. Whoops. I'm going to fold that. So that's my last hand on that one. I think I'm sitting out of that one. Sitting out of that one. Okay, this guy bet 4 times the pot. There's nothing we can do here but fold. Sitting out of that one. Sitting out of that one. And definitely sitting out of that one. Let's hit into that one. Okay, so this is our last table, last couple hands. Ooh, we got one of these trophy things. Let's open it, see what it does. Drum roll, please. In that chest, give me $1. Hooray! I made $1. Hold that. See, I think most of the results from this session would come down to, I think, 2 fairly large pots at the 5-cent, 10-cent game with a $10 buy-in. I think the one time I flopped 3 of a kind, I got most of my stack in with probably the best hand, and then I got rivered, I think, with the flush. I wish I had a better idea on how to pull up hand histories for this, but I don't. Anyway, I don't even think we have another hand at this table, so I'll just call it there. We'll see what the final results were. Looks like I'm stuck about 10 or 12 bucks. There's $64. I think I played fairly well. It got a little hairy there, especially me having to talk to you. When I have to talk through things sometimes, it can get kind of complicated. But I hope that gives you a feeling of, especially for playing online, if you ever get bored, sort of you can always add a second table and then just have more hands to play. As well, you don't need to be results orientated, so you can make a bet and then you have no idea if it works or not, but you just know it's the best play at that time. It's kind of a good strategy to get into, is not being sort of results dependent, like, oh, I shouldn't have bet there because he had a bigger hand, or ooh, you can't really use the results of the hand to determine if you made the good play, because you don't know the results of the hand until after you've made the play. So it's sort of like Monday morning quarterbacking. But anyway, I'll call it that. I hope you're having a wonderful time in Toronto, and I will maybe see you this weekend, and maybe see you next week. Toodaloo.